Good morning on this Sunday. Good morning on this Sunday. It is 5:31 in the morning. I am up doing this video because I was more so awakened out of my sleep with some thoughts and just to think about um, where God has brought me from and the things that I have experienced, the things that I know other people are dealing with that God has brought me through. And I just want to be a blessing on today to someone who needs to be encouraged, uplifted, motivated, strengthened, anything. I just want to be a blessing to you on today. In this next season of my life, especially the year of 2021, I have promised myself that I would go hard to help other women, that I would find a comfort spot within my life to share the things that you don't know about me. Because us as women, we go through so many weak spots. We go through so many experiences that break us. We go through so many experiences that get the best of us. And my whole ministry, my whole passion, my whole drive with this self-love thing is serious. Because self-love regards is 100% about you loving yourself. Because when you put your life in someone else's hands, when you put your heart in someone else's hands and they disappoint that, it destroys you. It tears you apart. It disappoints you. It leads you in a journey of pain that causes healing. And this next season of my life, I've declared to take back and to keep it and to value it and to end the cycle that I allowed to happen many, many years ago. And I know that other women are walking those shoes, but they don't speak out about it. And God said, Keisha, in this season, I need you to go hard. I need you to share those things that may seem uncomfortable to you, realizing that somebody else needs to hear it. And God has told me to not be ashamed because I brought you out of it. And anybody that misuses what you speak on or what you share, what you testify on, he will deal with them. So 2021, I'm going hard and I'm going to adhere to my assignment because your life depends and matters to me, okay? First part of this video that I was supposed to do, the 31 days of affirmation that I introduced going into December. I have been practicing this on myself because I was challenged with my own, I was challenged with my own circumstances and own situations. And I'm always gearing up to try to find a way to encourage myself. So I shared this with Facebook Live, I believe. I shared this as a challenge. I don't know if anyone did it, but I just wanted to share my growth with doing it. So first, I'm going to take the phone off of the tripod because I want to share with you my board. And I have been doing this board for 19 days now. And the way that I have been doing this board is I write my thought that night, or the next day. Because I never know what God has in store to put on my heart or what lesson or whatever he wants me to learn going forward. So I always waited until the night of or the day after. And forgive my band-aid, y'all, but I was messing with my face and it looks really, really ugly. And I was not going to do a video with this band-aid, but without this band-aid. So here is my video. Here's my board. Okay, we started, and I'm gonna just take some time to go through each day. And this is my 21 days of affirmation. And as I am sharing this board, I always talk about self-love. And this is what I want people to understand. Learning to love me and learning to accept me and learning to adapt to the whole self-love. That's my board. And at the top, it has 31 days of affirmation. Okay. This whole journey of learning to love me started way back in maybe 2013, 2014. So it's been some years. Because I was in a repeated cycle of so many different things, allowing them to break me and to tear me apart and to get the best of me. And God introduced me to that one circumstance where I began to say no more. This is it. And it didn't stop there, because here's the thing about self-love. We will deal with the challenge of loving ourselves through family circumstances, through relationship circumstances, through our own trying circumstances. It never stops. We will go through this challenge of self-love for the rest of our lives. And that's why we have to consistently discipline ourselves to act on this thing and to become committed to this thing, that we will always love ourselves and we will always, most of all, trust God to get us through the process. And that's the season that I'm in. I've trusted God to help me through the process of staying committed to loving me first. And here's why. Because I cannot be an example to anyone else unless I have myself into par. And that's why I strive so hard. And that's why my dedication goes so far. And that's why it's so passionate. Because my life depends on this. I don't want to be one of those people where I'm advising or I'm talking and I'm not able to practice it or do it in my own life. And I tell people that all the time. I take what I do very serious. And as I shared my board, the last 2 weeks, have really gave me a strong connection with myself. Because when I first started writing down my thoughts, I was like, okay, I don't know how far I'm going to make this, how many days I'm going to be able to say, some things. I knew that I had a lot to say, but I wanted them to stick. So I was a little, not worried or concerned, but I was a little, my thoughts wasn't there in the beginning. But these last 2 weeks that I am very proud of myself, and that was December 11th. I have to stay committed to change. December 12th. I am a fighter for success. December 13th. I am focusing better. December 14th. I'm pleased with myself. December 15th. I see myself already there. December 16th. My progress is improving. December 17th. I'm ready now. December 18th. And then just before I did this video, my cycle ended June 1st. My cycle ended June 1st. June 1st, as I was going live and I was talking on my videos, and I said, this is it for me. I'm letting go of some things. I'm moving forward. I need to be introduced to some new things. And I decided that I wanted God to take control. And on June 1st, I committed to God that I'm giving you complete control of my relationships with family, friends, men, my kids, everything. I don't care who it is. Relationships was my thing that I needed. And when I think back from June 1st till now, my relationship with my mother is better. My challenge with dealing with men and finding my place and knowing what I want and I don't want, my desires are clearer. God has given me clarity of my desires since June 1st. Of my desires, not just with men, with family, with friends, of what I want, how I'm not going to let relationships break me. What I need and what I should deliver in return. I wrote down some things. In life, we settle. We give too much of ourselves and we get less in return. We accept dealing with dysfunctional relationships. That's of any kind. Family, friends, mates, husband, wives, and we allow our peace to be destroyed. And those were the things that June 1st that I said no more. And God, if I have to lose the person to get it, I'll take it. And God has took me through an awesome process these last 6 months, y'all. It's been awesome. And I want to tell somebody, commit to this thing. You tried it so long to do it yourself. And it's time that you give God a chance. And here's what God laid on my heart yesterday. He said, we are so quick to put our lives in the physical man that can hurt us, disappoint us, misuse us, that we think that this saying of give God a try is just a joke. And it's not. Because here's the thing. With God, there's no disappointment. There's no pain. There's no heartbreak. There's only growth, elevation, happiness, peace, joy, lessons that are going to hurt because of our decisions. There's no negatives in this thing. So when you see my excitement and you see my post and you see me striving, it's because for once in my life, I decided to end the cycle. 6 months ago, I decided to end the cycle of dysfunctional relationships with anybody. To not worry of how it's going to turn out, what the outcome is going to be, but I trust God. And I began to get on my knees and pray that God, I've been weak at times, that I've allowed this person to come back and misuse me and do this and do this. And realize this, I'm not just talking about men, because a lot of times when we talk about heartbreak and we talk about pain and disappointment, people always think, oh, they're going through with a man or a woman. No, it's in general. It's friends, it's BFFs, it's husbands, it's wives, it's mates, it's dating partners, intimate partners, soul ties, all of that. I've decided to end the cycle in my life. And it's the best thing I could have ever done. I'm finding peace with God that I haven't been able to find in 44 years. I had to think about that, y'all. In 44 years. I'm learning what singleness is really about. I'm learning to discover myself. I am learning, man, to sustain my peace. I am learning a better and new me. I am learning how to be an example for others. I am learning how to enjoy what I love to do and to be passionate about what I do with a meaning behind it. And God is showing me in so many different ways. He has me. And I encourage some woman, not just some woman, some man, to push forward like you never did and trust God through the process. I don't care what it includes: finances, children, household, husband, wives, intimate partner, boyfriends, dating partners, soul ties, mental status, mental illness, physical health, whatever it is, self-love, insecurities, low self-esteem, man, trust God through the process. And my time is winding out because I did not want to go beyond 15 minutes, but trust God through the process. I take what I do seriously because I have asked God to make me an example and allow me to be the bold one. And I prayed that many, many years ago, and God had to take me through a process, and this is my process. So on today, I say love you first, because you matter more, and you are enough. I love you. Be blessed. Until next time, be safe.